One day, Max and Min visited their granddad in his architectural office. Architects design buildings of all shapes and sizes, and Grandad had been an architect for over 30 years, so he had many designs he could show them. "What I love about designing buildings," he told the twins, "is using all types of three-dimensional shapes to create interesting spaces for people to live or work in." Grandad got some paper and started to draw for them. Some 3D shapes are what we call prisms, which are 3D shapes that have the same 2D shape at both ends, like these rectangular prisms, which have the same rectangle or square at both ends, or this triangular prism, which has the same triangle at both ends. "A shoebox is a rectangular prism, Grandad, and so is that apartment block," Min said, pointing to a picture on the wall. "That is correct, Min," replied their Grandad, "and a cube is a kind of prism too, like the lamingtons we have for morning tea," piped up Max. "Or the cubes in this model." "Yes," replied Grandad, "and along with the prisms, we also have the pyramids, which can have all kinds of shapes for their base, but they all have triangular sides which meet up at a point at the top, called the apex of the pyramid. The most common pyramids are the square pyramids, which have a square base, and the triangular pyramids, which have a triangle for a base. Here's a famous square pyramid built by the ancient Egyptians. And here is a modern glass pyramid in Paris." Min had read about this famous glass pyramid at the Louvre Museum. It was built in 1989. Its apex was over 21 meters high, and its square base had 34-meter long sides. Their Grandad continued, "So far, all the 3D objects we have looked at, that is, the prisms and the pyramids, have flat surfaces or faces. Many 3D objects have curved surfaces, such as cylinders, spheres, and cones. A cylinder is the shape of a soup can, like a prism with circles at the ends, with a curved surface in between. Two very famous cylindrical buildings are the Colosseum in Rome and the Leaning Tower of Pisa. A sphere is just a perfectly round ball, and a cone," said Max, laughing, "is what we usually eat our ice cream in when we go to the shops." "A cone is a bit like a pyramid," added their Grandad, "except the base of a cone is always a circle, and it has a curved surface between its base and its apex. Here are some pictures of buildings where spheres, cylinders, and cones have been used." While they were looking at the pictures, Min remembered some of the things they had learned in video 2.6.7 about the faces, edges, and vertices of 3D objects. If you cannot remember, have another look after you finish this video. "Just one more thing, kids, before we eat those cubic lamingtons for morning tea," continued their Grandad. "I want to show you how we draw on paper or cardboard and cut out a 2D net to construct a 3D object. For example, if I wanted to make a 3D cardboard cube, I would draw on a flat piece of cardboard a 2D net like this. 6 squares joined together because a cube has 6 square faces, a top and a bottom, and 4 sides. These similar nets would also work. With a pair of scissors, I would cut around the outside of the net, then fold the squares over to make a cube, using some clear sticky tape to keep it together. Looking at it another way, if you had an empty cardboard box and cut its edges to open it out flat, you would have its 2D net. Over the years, to make models, I have cut out 2D nets for all kinds of 3D objects, including other prisms, pyramids, cylinders, and cones. Have a think about what a net for a triangular prism would look like. Now, where are those lamingtons? Have a look around your home, school, or neighborhood to see if you can find examples of prisms, pyramids, cones, cylinders, and spheres. Now you can watch this video again or try the quiz and look at the chart that comes with this video.